right, boys? Who's the biggest? I'm the boss. Which button makes this thing go? Send me to the fight!
What's happening? What's going on?
Fox is the biggest and the strongest. Tell the other boys! Fighting and winning!
Please, no more kissing.
Alright. We should be ready to go here. I'm trying to make a new little screen blocker, but I guess we can use this OG one. And let me get the stream thingy out of the way. Yeah, let me hop in some spectating for this day's fight night. We're doing the BBB style, so BBB rules and BBB schools and all those other BBB institutions. Let me, if y'all who are playing are watching, you can definitely drop your code for your lobby and I'll join it. Otherwise, I will try to find people here, but it is just kind of random unless it says BB friend. Okay, there we go. Spectate. Summon 1, 2, 3. Failed to join selection. Okay. So let's see. Let's see if people are leaving out. Link game if you want me to spectate. Please. Well, even if you do it. Alright, awesome. Copy this. Okay. Join with code. Game full. Spectate. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, Sabris versus Will. And let's see how the cookie crumbles. Close. Alright. And let me get the screen blocker up. Oh, Anakin. Screen blocker. Oh! Okay. I'm going to try to edit this screen blocker here, but for some reason it's really... Properties, thank you. Okay. Let's see, what do we want here? We'll go with the Grom, I think. Or maybe, yeah, we'll go with the Slan. Slan's pretty funny. I think the Grom actually, works better here. Yeah, let's go with the Grom. I'm gonna scooch that down a little bit. Oh, yes. Excellent. And now we are in full-fledged stream mode. So it looks like we're seeing Bretonia versus Zinch for the first matchup. They're going to be... Oh, nope, I lied. Maybe Dwarfs. They're going to be deciding their picks and bans in Discord off stream here. And we're just going to be waiting for their decisions and their armies. And hopefully nobody rule breaks, because I'm really not a rules aficionado of said BBB, but we'll try our best here. And if this is Dwarfs vs. Zinch, I am very interested to how this goes, as I don't have the most experience seeing this matchup. And I want to see what I pretty much have an idea of what dwarfs will do, but I really want to see what Tzeentch will do here. Is more so my curiosity. I think they have a lot of tools that are very good into dwarves, but it's easier like said than done when it comes to actually implementing them in a land battle scenario. But you can always use the blue fire of doom. If you're good at microing that, you'll always get some good value, along with just managing your cycle charging with your shielded units is always very juicy. But the dwarves are just a mighty foe to go up against for sure. How's everybody doing in chat? See, we have 5-ish viewers going on. Is everybody hyped? We're doing a tournament with the capture point mod that me and Yumai's made tomorrow. Not to just advertise that shamelessly on a BBB themed stream, but I'm gonna do it because it's my channel. Fuck you. But today we are definitely looking for some juicy regular land battles. Tomorrow we will be trying out the new mod and see how that fares. Hopefully people bring some toxic stuff. Broslevsky. Yes. Broski. Yeah, cheeky breaky. Yes. Okay, Nurgle and the dwarves. So my speculations are all for naught, really, because the picks and bans are still being decided for sure. And hopefully my dog doesn't make too much noise, but you know, let me know if you can hear the wrath of the hellhound behind me. But my old dog cannot really be silenced. She, you can yell at her all she wants. She's just old and stubborn. Just keep on doing it. Alt-tabbed me and Penguin round 1. Heavy umbrella. So yeah, let's take a look at the bracket here. And it looks like you're actually against Blood Penguin. Yes. So that looks like not Will. So are you guys in the wrong lobby setup here? Is this incorrect, sir? Have you screwed it up? Damn you. Nah, it's alright, we'll figure it out. But let's see. The challenge page here definitely looks like Dark Horse and Hard Rust Warrior are fighting. Will Francisco and Sabris and Black Knight and Blood Penguin. No, I just keep mixing people's names up. Okay, so you guys are good set up. The Blood Penguin game between you is going to be actually pretty interesting. I'd be down to view that too, but we're already hopped in here and we're settled. We're settled, boy. We're not moving. So we'll go ahead and roll with this one. Just waiting on the good old Will. He's an F5. Elves of Highness versus Empire, I'm guessing. Yeah, you know, Blood Penguin, I don't know his favorites. I mean, I know he's a very good, like, Nurgle player, if I remember correctly. He's just a good land battle player in general, from what I've gained. But I'm not sure about his mains and his favorite play styles and such. Not well informed. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yes, let us all gather. So, okay, while we're waiting for Will, let's cycle through some of these options we have for the screen blocker, okay? Everybody take their vote. Do you like the Grom? I'm going to show a couple more options here as we go through. We have the Grom, okay? And let's shift it on to something a little more spicy. How about we have we got Archaon getting squigged. How about this one? So this one's a little oop. Don't cheat, fuckers. How about this one? Like this one? How do you feel about this? How do you feel? And we get because we'd have to stretch it a little bit like that. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. So we can do that one. That's an option. Or we could just stick with the Grommy Grom or do something entirely different. But for now, let's get it off our face so we can behold the beautiful build. So, as you can see, I feel like this is a very, like, not a typical dwarf build, but you're definitely seeing the Sabris hero squad of doom, which is Gotrek, Felix, and a good old Thoric Ironbrow. And then you see a very, not typical, but the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Nurgle is a very good lord indeed in most matchups, I would say. Let me just smash things over here. Smash my desk. Alright. And, see how it fares out here. So, for the dwarfs, take a quick look at their army. About 4 miners with the blasting charges. Lovely. We got 2 Slayers here. Slayers. And 2 cannons. 2 regular... Oh, Brimstone gun gyrocopters. Interesting. Nice, nice. So their range is... Okay. Interesting. Very cool. Actually, I mean, that's kind of typical, actually. The regular ones are the steam ones. Dwarf warriors and 1 Quarreler. And then his hero squad. And let's see what he has on the heroes. We have Rune of Hearth and Home, Logs of Power Classic, Rune of Wrath and Rune, Rune Negation, Rune of Doom. These are all very standard, very good abilities. Got Heroic Fortitude on the Gotrek, and Death Blow is the actually purchasable one. And let's see, where is the boy? Felix and Oathblood. Okay. Classic. Okay, so let's go look over the hero squad for the Nergs. We have, okay. Oi, game, let me, okay, Crown of Everlasting Conquest, and Fleshy Abundance, and Stream of Corruption, very nice. I wonder how much, the DPS, the single target, damage spell for Nurgle does. I'm really forgetting its name. It's, Miasma, or whatever the hell it's called. Or... Yeah, God, why am I spacing the name? It's very damaging, though, so I'm wondering how it does against dwarves. For infantry, all marauders with great weapons, and then the Demon Spew. Nice, and 2 Nurglings. We got the Barons of the Bog. Excellent. Some debuffs here. And I really don't like that it keeps... the way his army's positioned, I always like him getting off his Zuda things. Miasma Rot. Lovely. And then some mobility with the good old horsemen who have throwing axes and some hounds. Then it looks like we have a cultist and a beast. So that's actually interesting. Kind of neglected those in the single entity blob. I also neglected his exalted hero, but he's pretty standard as well. He's just gross. He doesn't even have his ability to give him 59 melee defense, which is super gross. But I guess kind of, you know, maybe redundant, perhaps. No warriors with great weapons. He's throwing. Sup, Goji. Sup, chat. What's up? What's going on, chat game? How you doing? Swiss Pikeman. Spell is Rancid Visitations. That's what I'm looking for. That thing does a shit ton of damage, especially Overcast. So I don't know how, like, what percentage you're getting knocked off. I mean, it is like, what is it, 20, 40, 35? Still a lot of damage, though, and I wonder if it's worth it. So we're going to be starting off, and Dwarves going to be doing dwarf things. I don't know if my personal volumes is down, or if the game, you can't hear the game volume. Let me know if you can hear the game volume or not. Because something clearly got turned off for some reason. 9%. What in the God's name? Okay, and it's still off. What is going on? Yeah, that's weird. Oh well. For this game, we'll just go off. I don't know what's the hotkey for turning that back on. If anybody knows. Getting some laggers, and we're getting some skirmish. Only damaging the horsemen, though, for now, which is typical. I mean, these gyrocopters are going to very much outdance the horsemen as long as they're paying attention. But as long as these horsemen keep these brimstone guns from dealing damage to the important juicy stuff, then, I mean, really they're kind of serving at least most of their purpose. And then late game, obviously, you would like these guys to go ahead and crack down on the innards, the juicy innards of these dwarves. But they're getting shot up by those Quarrelers, and they are taking a lot of damage. You might, yeah, lose 1 or 2 of these horsemen, especially if the brimstones just commit right now. Man, it looks like my stream is, like, quite delayed as well. Looking back at the little thing. For some reason, I couldn't get, like, the YouTube thing was being buggy itself, so Beast jumps in here. Very nice. Stream of Corruption going down. Hitting some Dwarf Warriors. And, yeah, there's a lot of weird kind of laggy stuff going on with this stream for sure. One of these Marauder Horsemen just route off rip just because they've taken a lot of damage and are sad. The Marauders coming in, but the blasting charges have wreaked havoc on some of these Marauders. Yikers. And they will piece out the miners, but I mean, they'll still trade kind of unfavorably because of at least some of those blasting charge throws, like especially that one. Baron's going to come in, definitely help support that. And are we seeing the hero blob just come out of the dwarves, just come out of their safety zone? And good old aura of the cultist of Nurgle on the shrine popping in, healing all these guys. A little out of position on the dwarf hero blob, but at the same time, I don't know if the Sorcerer Lord and the Exalted Hero can beat these guys on their own, at least in a prolonged combat. I think if they run away, perhaps, and then come back to fight them. But yeah, this guy's getting pieced out. He's getting decked in his dome. So the front line's crumbling a little bit for the dwarves. Damage sustained for the Nurgle is less significant now because of the healing. We got a little bit of lag for certain, and the hero squad fight's not going great. And ooh, I didn't even notice the Chaos Sorcerer Lord is on foot. He's not going to be able to outrun this this blob of death, and he is going to actually die hideously. Do we have the Beast of Nurgle left? Yes, we do. We need to pull that guy. He's armor piercing. He can at least deal some DPS. This guy will come back unless the Brimstone guns chase him off. Nurgling's in the back line. This is definitely going to be like, can the dwarves actually end up grinding out this fight, which is kind of a no, but also depends if they can kill this Cultist of Nurgle or not. Because the more kills this guy gets, the more regen everyone's going to be getting, and it's going to be a bit of a problem. Because it looks like the front line's going. Slayers are not going to be able to carry this fight for certain, even though they are good. They're just not going to be able to beat all that infantry. And the cannons are pretty much compromised at this point. So there's not like a ton left to kill the blob aside from the hero squad. So can the hero squad carry the game? And I mean, a lot of the time that is what dwarf games comes down to. But I'm not having a ton of confidence. As long as Will takes care of his like hero squad himself. So if he can keep this guy healthy, running over here is not a good idea. Go checked right there. We will pop you in the face. And the Brimstones should probably be firing at either the cultists or, yeah, whatever they can. But these guys are firing at the Barons, which isn't bad. Barons are pretty strong. They give that little hex, and they have the vigor, so they're pretty much like not getting vigor losses throughout the later stages of the game. So we take a look at value. The dwarves almost have like double the amount of value that the Nurgle does. I'm not seeing how he's gonna kill the dwarf squad now. Mostly because those Marauder Horsemen went down, and he still has these Brimstone guns. So this is gonna be the problem here, right? Like, these two are gonna shoot down, and your hero squad is just gonna be like unbeatable. They very well may win the fight in terms of infantry, Nurgle will, but how are you going to essentially kill off this hero squad while getting your like essential units shot down by the Brimstone guns, who now have free reign? Because you don't have any offensive magic that can attack them. You just have stream. I mean, it's really, can the blob kill the infantry? You know? So, let's find out. We're in this together, okay? We're in for a grindy fight no matter what. So, at this point, we can pretty much just watch this blob. I mean, there's really... Except there's a lot of blood and gore here. Yep, a lot of lag, too. So good and juicy. Yeah, I just, like, at this point, it's very irrelevant about the the blob here. Unless the blob can somehow kill the hero squad, I just don't think those marauders are fit enough, you know? There's no, like, elite infantry that'll actually piece out someone like Thoric combined with Felix who can heal. You might be able to get Gotrek with the 0 armor, right? But those two are going to be a problem. Unless the Sorcerer Lord can pull it out. So, I mean, we're really just playing a wait game here. Like, this is there's not a lot left to say. There is a lot left to be fought, though, and I'll be taking a sip of tea as we do. Yeah, I really do like the ability on the Exalted Hero. It's only his only ability. I know it, like, you cut costs by not taking it, but God, 59 melee defense, it can save you in so many different situations. Just like from someone like buffing, right? And they're just like, yep, I have 1,000 weapon strength. It's like, okay, doesn't matter if you have 1,000 weapon strength if you can't hit me, you know, with like goddamn what, 100 something melee defense. Absurd, dude. I like double hero on chariots in this matchup. Yeah, man, Valinor, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Double hero or double chariots definitely is cool. I think the cycle charging potential of that is huge. So late game, perhaps you could get some good isolation hits. Like you maybe hit Felix away. I feel like that's the best bet. You hit Felix away, and then try to isolate him. Because yeah, like even though the Sorcerer Lord's like very good, he doesn't have the offensive capabilities, I think, of taking down Thoric by himself, like combined with Exalted Hero. I mean, maybe army losses, but it's so dead even, man. Like, it just... The game knows how strong these fucking hero squads are, dude. The game knows. Yeah. I have my sensitivity set on a little too high here. Or do I? Where's the, Let's get that down there. There we go. Guys. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, look at her. Oh. You got the up and down is so ridiculous. This game's controls are ridiculous. Alright, yeah, the healing might help. And if we can see, like, we just need to isolate, Felix. You need to get at Felix. Like, maybe you use the cultist to, like, charge Felix off and then try to hit him with the two other single entities, but the thing is they're on foot as well. So you really can't even, like, use your mobility to your advantage, which I think is one of the big, like, factors of fighting dwarves, right? If you have the potential to be more mobile than them, sometimes it is a good idea just to be more mobile, because they're not going to be able to really catch you a lot of the time. That's how warrior cows beat dwarves and warrior. Yep. True. Facts. Yeah, I was a little, I feel like that was a tougher, not a tougher matchup, but it was an interesting matchup in Warhammer 2. It did come a lot down to, like, gyrocopter play, I felt like. It always came down to the mobility game, like in Warhammer 2, a lot of the time. If you could eliminate either the counters to your, like, specific build that you made, or just the mobile power units in play, then you essentially had control of the game and usually would win. But, I mean, not always, because some builds, like, if they're very heavily countering yours, even if you do have all the skirmish cav and all the stuff in the world, like, sometimes you're just not able to do it, but generally speaking, get the mobility advantage, get the counter skirmish advantage, you're in a very solid state in this game. So the interesting thing about this is that in the mod that we're playing with tomorrow, after a while, the Nurgle player would actually win, unless the Dwarf player was able to clear all this infantry. So the reason being is that there's a central cap point, right? And infantry obviously caps for more than single entities do. So as long as these guys were around, so like Nurgle has the potential, like in the cap point mod, to be kind of trolly. If you have enough infantry by the very late game, you can do stuff like this. But keep in mind, it takes a while to cap. So we're at 10 minutes. Realistically, the cap is not done by now. So honestly, the dwarves might just take it because they're routing off all these infantry, right? And as these infantry leave, the dwarves still have cap power, so they'd be taking the cap point slowly back as these guys rout. So I don't know. It's an interesting concept there. But we're just awaiting this out. I really don't think Nurgle has too much of a chance here, unfortunately. Unless Balance of Power comes in and just somehow sweeps them into a victory, but it's like literally doing the opposite right now. So I don't know. But yeah, it looks like in the situation, genuinely, like, if there was a capture point in the middle, right, and that was what incentivized people to fight, Nurgle might actually win here, which would be kind of, like, weird, because these guys are clearly not going down. Like, clearly not dying, right? But it incentivizes you to basically save your infantry clearing, like, spells and resources for later. So, like, you'd be doing, like, a Wrath of, or a Rune of, Wrath and Rune, and you would try to blow up all these infantry before they, like, outcap you, right? So I think it's just, like, a shifted, like, meta and mindset. I don't think it's necessarily going to be toxic in the way people think it is, but I think it is going to change the way that you, like, plan for the late game in certain matchups, such as this one. Like, this is a weirdly, like, good example for that type of scenario. Just goddamn dwarves versus Nurgle, holy shit. Yeah, this is a bit absurd. At one point, I almost wish they would just hit, like, fast forward or something. 'Cause this is a bit ridiculous. I think, so, yeah, like, I mean, honestly, the Nurgle would be winning, like, very shortly here, like, in 30 seconds, pretty much. Well, maybe a little more than 30 seconds, because it's, like, 700 seconds, is the cap, I believe, or 660 or something like that. Well, 660 is 12, I think. Or not 12, it'd be 11. Yeah, so in a little bit here. Oh. All right. So yeah, genuinely, there's no way that the Nurgle's gonna go. I'm surprised Will is not conceded here. It's very clear that it is over. It's very clear, very clear. It's over, Anakin. You have the high ground, but you still lost. Guess we'll just watch these fuckers fight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, charging in like a Chad. Demon Spew attacking. Exalted Champion attacking. Some other crap going on. Hell yeah, dwarfs. Da-wee. Da-wee. Okay, well. What do we think? God, please make it end. Just make it end already. Please. Please. Furies will be gyros, so you bring a couple of them as well. I do like Furies in this matchup. It's just that, like, they can be easily, like, shot up for sure. And if a lot of the Dwarven infantry is very, like, tanky, so it is hard to get them their value sometimes, but they're so good at, like, catching gyrocopters and fucking them up. The only thing is that, like, with units being able to land and stuff in Warhammer 3, you, like, the gyros can avoid them a lot easier if they're playing safe, and they see that there's, like, Furies. Yeah, I would say that. Alright, cycle charging slowly but surely is happening. If Thoric gets isolated enough here, I mean, he is down to his healing cap, but it's like, so are the Nurgle stuff, so really not sure. And like the thing about runes for dwarves is that they just do like pure timer caps or timer, you know. They're not inhibited by the good old winds of magic. It's just they have to wait a little bit before their runes can be used again. So really, this long drawn out thing kind of does favor the dwarves in this particular situation. Um, Although I will say, like, maybe just having these barons get healed up is a good play too. They can cycle charge. Do they have AP? They don't have AP. Do they? No, they do not. Maybe they do. I just want to clear. Okay, yeah, no, they don't. Oh, Anakin, please! Oh God, the hero's getting smacked by Thork on his throne. Yeah, what champs? I know. What actual gods? Gods amongst frogs. Frauds. Yeah. Well, the Cat Sorcerer Lord is on his last legs. Go trick chasing after him like a god. Come on. Ah! Just kill this fucker. End it. End the game. End it. I mean, I kind of want Nurgle to win, obviously, right? But, like, I just know it's not happening, dude. Oh, and then the Toad comes in to slap him. It's so over, dude. It's so over, Anakin. It's so done. It's deceased, bro. Just... Come on, Will. You know it's over, bro. Come on, man. There's no way this exalted fucker is killing Thoric. And even if he does, these guys are losing to Gotrek and Felix. It's just happening, dude. They're the hero pair. I mean, it is pretty close. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this isn't, like, pretty close. I just know that, like, Thoric and Felix on this much health are gonna beat this guy. And once he dies, there's no hope. There's literally none. If he was at a better healing cap, I'd say Nurgle has a chance, but there's just no way, bro. It's doomed. You are doomed. Yes. Come on. Yes. Oh, look at that. Looky. I would save that replay, but like, good lord, that was like... that was a good amount of time of just grind. God, I'm having these weird graphical glitches. Okay, gonna end game. Maybe, let me see if I have like any extra tabs open here that I don't need. I don't think so. I mean, it shouldn't be this lagoo. Excellent. It says I have an excellent connection too. All right. Let's go ahead and get Thoust Blocker on. Yeah. No, for some reason, I guess it's intentionally doing like a stream thing. That's so weird. Okay. Appears like some of the audio's coming back from the game for some reason. Don't know why. That is all weird and stuff, but it is what it is. Alright. I don't know if this is best of one or what the deal is. Let's find out. First one, all around best of one. Okay, yep, be best of three. So we're moving on. GG's to Will and Legio. I didn't really go over the units that much, but I think it's mostly because it kind of glitched out there, to be honest. Just kind of weirdly slumped off. Okay. After that beginning. Yeah, it's like, Nurgle started out strong, but again, I think you had to have those horses online to stop the gyrocopters from getting some of your stuff so low. If the gyrocopters weren't there, or at least getting screened out late game, you would have had more of a chance. As you saw, it came down very close, right? You would have had more of a chance to beat that hero squad, I think. I think you could have either killed Thoric or Felix. And once you kill one of them, it's easier to kill the other. And then you can just surround Gotrek with everything. Um, let's see let's find out if there's any games going on next. We have Hardress and Sabris, and then we're waiting for John FB and BBB Ragako Smolsky? Rago RGKO Smolsky. Yeah, that is a name fit for the gods. Let's go ahead and the other games I can expect. Or be waiting on semis. Let's find it out, boys. Let's find it out together. Yeah, like that's an interesting matchup. It's not like the most interesting to watch. Let me look at my options here, by the way. I don't know what in God's like, why does it keep doing that? What is that? Fuck off, game. There we go. Fly changes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I must be hitting something. I must be hitting like some kind of button. I'm just too ignorant and sloppy. Oh. But yeah, what's your like favorite matchup, guys? Do you think in Warhammer 3? Like, what's like gets you excited whenever you see those factions play? You're like, ah, I'm hyped. I'm hyped about this battle. Just off rip, you know. I think mine's like a lot of mine are like chaos, like the new chaos, like factions. I think like it's always like them and something else. Like I really like seeing greenskins and corn. I don't know why, but it's just like such an interesting matchup. It's such like a bashy, like just like I'm gonna run at your face. Now the greenskins can play it actually skirmish, and I think skirmishing with the greenskins can work in that situation. But like a really good corn player can also like use like their mobile stuff to like fuck with you. It's like I don't know. It's there's just some matchups that are just love it. Not only from the thematic standpoint, but just the mechanics of how they work and how they're supposed to work and how they interact is interesting to me. Okay, just to make sure. Runs be best of yeah, so yeah. We wait. We wait. And so the next matchup will be either Hard Russ and Legio, or Blood Penguin and whoever wins the Smolsky and John FB game. That is the next setup. One of those two. Whoever sends me, whoever's ready. If we, I don't know if they're just gonna play when they can, or if they're waiting for the two players to finish theirs as well. Not sure. Not quite sure. But what I am sure of is that we have some more cool screen blockers. Okay, let's. All right, so we all know the Archaeon getting eaten by a goblin. That's a pretty classic. Let's see. Let's find out here. What else do we got? We got the sad Famir dad. That one's kind of funny. We have the booty of the thick crypt horror, as I call him. Okay, so let's get this into oink, oink, oink. There we go. I mean, look at this beaut. Look at it. Behold the glory, the morning glory. Okay. There's one speed lag, right? Yeah, only the grindy ones have to, okay. We're gonna go with the second Legio game because I don't believe the others are ready. unless I'm mistaken. But I'll check the chat one last time just to see if we can get a diversity. Love the boy Legio, but okay. So yep, we're just gonna hop in Legio's game. Oop. That's not the right one. I think we joined the old one, boys. Did he give me the same code? Okay, we got the right code. Okay. Should rebuke us. Or maybe not. No, it keeps sending us to the will one. So, it makes me think that they aren't ready yet. Copy. Just in case. Okay, yeah, it's the same code, right? Okay, great. The Blood Penguin one. And that one's 1 out of 2, so I guess we're just waiting on people, man. Get your protractors ready. No, for real. Genuinely. Damn. Why is... Oh, that's why. Duh. My freaking... My, my preview was late. So it wasn't actually the stream that I've been seeing delayed. It's just the preview for some reason was late. God, YouTube has been... janky. Janky today. Oh, God. That's so weird. I was like, why is it not doing that? I don't see... So, Sabris invited me to an old lobby. Oh, I did the wrong code. Excellent. Good job, Sabris, you douche! Alright. So, should let me in. So it's called Forge World Gantz. I'll probably have to join as like as a dude. Join as a dude. And then... Okay, great. Refresh the list. Great. I can't spectate. Need a slot, man. Need the slot. Brother. Help me. Help me. Help me help you. Okay, well there wasn't when I clicked on it, brother. This is not, Okay, I'm not seeing it. Not seeing it. Nope. No spectator. And that's the one, because I know, because watch. Oh, yep. Oh, invalid. That's good. What? Dude. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I can't see your code, buddy. Yeah, okay. Well, Sabris is giving me issues, man. He's ticking me off, man. He's triggering me. All right. So there's this one that also doesn't have a spec slot. Not showing up. Blah. John FB and other dude get a rule break issue. How did they break the rules? See, this is where the Goji gets a little agitated when people break the rules he's not familiar with. Like, I don't think they even posted in the tournament. How would I know they have a rule break if they don't post? But he alt-tabbed to let me know. Well then, what? If he could alt-tab to let you know, he could also alt-tab to let the chat know, or me know, so we can just talk about it, you know? Sharing is caring, buddy. And right now I'm not feeling a lot of lava. All right. So, we have a rule break issue. We have people who are not making spectating slots. It's all going great. We're in a lobby trying to get Gojira to join. Okay, so let's see. Can we join here? I'm gonna exit this. Gonna go and pray to Gork and Mork real quick, please, to fix their issues. They know not what they do. Okay, great. I can spectate. There we go. Bam. Dunzo. Okay, we're in. We're in, boys. Woo! Shit. Okay, and we still have the thingy up. Let's go like so. Bam. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Everything's calm or zen again. Once more, we have attained peace in the realms of men and dwarfs and elves. And orcs, in this case, because that's what I am. But, you know, we're more of a mercenary type, kind of in between the realms, so to speak. Okay, Legio and Hard Russ. I'm wondering what they're picking, man. Let's see. Let's see. Because I know the good old Sabris loves the Dawi. I don't know much about Hard Russ Warrior. I'm sure you guys would inform me. But I know not his preferences. Okay. Sorry if no in-game noise. I'm reading some chats right now, and not chat from. Oh, he's just saying his picks. Okay, great. Well, that's nice. That's nice. And you don't have to tell me, but I do appreciate it. So it looks like he's definitely going to dwarfs, and the dark elves are being chosen. So let's get our little blocker, the Sir Jiggles out of there, and see what happens. So we're seeing a lot of Dark Riders, and we're seeing a lot of Rangers. Seems like the classic move for these two factions. Oops, I just pinched my own mouse under my phone. Damn. I wish, okay, good. I can now view my... I wish it would show me the chat in the stuff, but it's whatever. Russ plays Chaos Faction style and Undead. Okay, great. So, let's go to the Arbin comps before they all start, and ooh, look at this classic lag. So juicy. Alright. 4 Dark Riders with the repeater crossbows. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dark Shards. Wow, yeah, this is a little lagster. Dark Shards with shields, including the Bolt Fiends. Hell yeah, dude. And then just some Bleak Swords. Yeah, 4 of them. 2 Manticores and the Malice. What a powerhouse with his new and improved Zarkan ability. The Crows of Cain coming in there with their Crow Feast. Lovely. And it looks like just a shoot and scoot build from the Dark Elves. We got a pit, not a Pit of Shades. Yes, we do. Just a Pit of Shades. Classic. For the Sabris, looking like a lot of Rangers. Approximately 5. 4 to 5 Dwarf Warriors. Then we have some Longbeards with great weapons in the back. And Giant Slayers. And then some wacky Flame Cannons and a Goblin. Well, Goblobber's pretty good. And Flame Cannons, I want to see what they do this match. This will be interesting. I'm sure they'll hit some of the stuff. And then we just have a Lord. So no good hero squad for the dwarfs this day. Just El Lordo. The Dread Gouge. Bro, you need to turn on that cinematic smoothing. Yeah, I guess I do. I don't really know too much about being like an actual caster, man. I've put very little thought into this, dude, so anything you can say would be great. Because like I think I have the smoothing like thing up all the way, but I guess I have to, like, maybe get an additional mod or something, or change it in the files or something. I'm not sure. But also, holy crap, this, I don't want to blame, Legio, but, the lag is quite astounding. I can help you anytime. Thanks, brother. I need... Gondor calls for aid, bro. Help! Help me! Feral Manticores and the stealthy Dark Riders are encircling the dwarves. But I mean, it's really all about kind of like, you know, getting that attack right at the same time. Or if you know you can be very maneuverable with your Dark Riders, you can bait out some ammo from the Rangers, of course. But it's all about the coordinated strike when encircling the Dowie. They do not like when their little boxes are punctured, I'm told. Or tongue punch the fart box, if you know what I mean. The sorceress coming in, maybe getting a little fit of shades early or something. But I mean, you can't really dodge it. Like, to be honest, guys, let's be real here. Maybe with the lag somehow the dwarves can dodge it, but I don't think they physically can. Just because of the big suck effect that they have. One unit of chosen great weapons. Yeah, like one unit of chosen great weapons might have able to dealt with that hero squad at the end there, right? Okay, some artillery fire poking in, dealing some damage to dark shards, but not a lot. You know, just classic goblobber. I do want to see. I wish. Are you going to raid Tourny over Blood Bowl 3? Hey man, I was doing okay in Blood Bowl 2. I became a sweat like way further than I should have been because that game does not reward good play. It rewards rolling sixes. But you know, I'm here to strike fear into the hearts of men. I'm here to deliver the pain. And also a lot of focus fire on this sorceress. She's not taking a ton of damage, even from this crappy flame cannon. I don't know it's crappy, but I don't know why. I'm stuck on like patches from eons ago when the flame cannon was just trash, so I'm not sure if this is a meme or if this is genuine. Are the harpies throwing themselves to death? Oh, and they're... Oh, a little bit of shades. Oh, wow, look at that. Is it going to clear them? I don't know. Okay. Didn't do a ton of damage there, because, I mean, really... Yeah, it was just artillery pieces. Okay, so... Not a ton of value, and the harpies are gone forever. So, I wouldn't say that was a great play, but it did some damage. And it also... hurt the Giant Slayers quite a lot, and late game these guys are going to be relevant, so that's a good thing. Rangers outranging stuff, dealing some early damage, but the Dark Shards do have shields, and Rangers are not that armor piercing. Actually, how much armor piercing damage do these guys have? 6. Okay, not that much. Malice is running in here like the Chad that he is. Feral Manticore is kind of being menaces, looking around for some juicy targets to hit in the back. Because the Manticores are more for like a hero squad, right? But I mean, they're good at bunker busting too, but it's just like they're gonna die, I think, to prolong Longbeard fights, right? Like this just isn't. I don't know. I guess if you run away with it, not sure. But the Dark Shards are raining in hell upon the Rangers now that they're in their own range. They're gonna do some wonders, and Dark Riders make their appearance from the back, or at least one flank does. The Lord chilling in his little back lines here. Sabras loves this node. It's new combat more than heroes. Oh, combat, I see. What's up, McRightface? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Dwarf Warriors. Stuff happening. Lag abound. Another Pit of Shades. Definitely more juicy Pit of Shades than the last one, in my opinion. Double Longbeard action. That's pretty gross. But holy lord, yeah, this lag is pretty atrocious. Getting high for real gear since he was being all professional. Like, yeah, dude, never doubt Black if I'm high or not. You'll never know, because just like you, it is quite a constant for me. Well, not so much as of recent, but definitely in the past, like, couple years or so. It's been getting pretty stoned, the Goge has. Dark Riders taking some damage here. Dark Riders throwing down with some Rangers who are faced the opposite way. So, I mean, basically, it's looking like this, right? The front line of the Dark Elves is going to crumble. Okay, that's inevitable. Malice is going to come in, and he's probably going to try to destroy this Lord. If he can take out the Lord, it's a big deal because of late game leadership stuff. But he's also going to have to deal a significant amount of damage to a lot of these Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors, because they're just going to be living after the fact, okay? The Dark Riders are going to have to also make up for that. They're going to have to kill all the Rangers. They're going to have to deal a good amount of damage to the Great Weapons, which is definitely possible, as long as they don't get routed off by, like, Dumb Flame Cannon, Goblobber, or Ranger combos. And with all these Dark Shards coming back, it is looking a little rough for the Dawi. But you never know what can happen, and the devil's in the details here. So if someone messes up, this could be a fat L either way. But a lot of armor-piercing damage is coming in on these guys. I would retreat from those Dark Shards, because they're just going to kind of shred you on the way there. I don't think you're going to do a lot. Like, this is going to be gross. Yeah, like, that's a lot of damage. And then these guys can just run away. Yeah, with the Dark Riders being so healthy and so full of ammo, this actually is inclining me to say that even though the dwarves are up on value, that the Dark Elves now have the initiative in the fight for sure. Thank you, Will. I'm a natural entertainer. I know it, dude. Because I'm so no, I don't know. You know, I'm trying my best over here, man. We're going for it. We're going for the gold. Just in the immortal words of Ricky Bobby's dad, if you're not first, you're last. And then, you know, don't listen to that because he was actually high when he said it. Okay, so dwarfs are actually doing exactly what I thought, and they're crumbling the bleak swords. Can the Dark Shards run away, regroup, and start hammering down on the Dwarven infantry? Ooh, yep, and like I said, if you let these guys focus down your Dark Riders, it's going to be a fat L, dude. There's definitely going to be a fat L taken here. These flame cannons and gobblers should not be allowed to do this to mobile-ass Dark Riders. They need to run away. Ooh, and the Sorcerer's getting caught out. Okay, unless Zarkan / Malice, your hate Malice, will really have to carry this game, dude. He's really going to have to do it. I just don't know if he can. Yeah, the pieces did not get destroyed. They just kind of got, like, I don't know, Pit of Shades, and half, like, I don't know, a quarter of their HP went, and then nothing happened, so I don't, I don't know. Sabrus is, cleaning up shop here. I don't think the Dark Elves really have... It's mostly because these guys needed to kill a lot, right? Because the Bleak Swords were never going to be the, like, crux, so they held out as long as they could, but the Dark Elves just didn't do enough damage in time. I mean, and God, there's just a lot of healthy dwarves on the field. I don't see them coming back from this. That's my early little speculation, though, dog. So, you know, just let's just say what it is. It's just speculation, baby. Dude. Feral Manticore fleeing. I mean, what do you guys think? I think it's an L, man. I think it's a fat L. I think there's still some mobile pieces the Dark Elves can, like, pick off here. I just don't think the core of this dwarf army is going anywhere anytime soon. The value discrepancy has climbed through the roof. It is brutal. Absolute insanity. Yes. Is the music good? Is the music appropriate? I'm feeling real epic right now. Like it's climbing to an epic crescendo right now, dude. Even though like there's just nothing left of this Dark Elf army. It's just gonna be like Malice, just one-man army screaming into the dwarves. All right, let's see. Okay. Malice, you gonna carry, buddy? Put it on your back? Put the whole game on your back and just carry it? Carry it to Kingdom Come? You gonna do it, friend? You gonna do it? Oh yeah, do you see my glorious scrolling? Oh my god, it's Foot Malice! What in the fuck? I didn't even notice there's Foot Malice. I'm really bad at mounts today, guys. I've not cared at all if they're mounted or not. You know, I think this glitch is actually, the graphical one, is actually due to, the camera angle I've chosen, the debug cam. So maybe for next tournament I stream here, we will go ahead and not use the debug cam for the simplicity of not having huge graphical, like, eldritch horrors appear on my screen. Foot malice equals phallus, yeah. He definitely is been a phallus this game. What has he done? Nope, that's not malice. Yeah, 305, nice. You know, I think the idea was there, and I don't even know if this build, like, is necessarily just an L, like, off rip. I just think you did need to get a lot of value out of your missiles, like a ton, in order for that to work, right? And I think the Pit of Shades need to be a lot more focused on the melee infantry of the dwarfs, so that your frontline fight would be a little more contested and you could keep those dark shards on line for longer. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, Strat Game, you're a comedic genius. Praise, praise thine booty. All right, yeah, dude. Man, there's a lot of games where people just keep fighting to the bitter end because this is over. This is definitely over. like it's over, Anakin, bro. Like just keep it up. Unless the sorceress comes back and is just full of magic potential, just full of piss and vinegar, and just absolutely comes and rains hell upon the army. But I don't think so, bro. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, sweet lord. My back needed to pop right there, and it did. It felt good. Yeah, do you want to see the juicy crypt booty? Well, you know, like all good things, you have to wait, bro. Have to wait until Phallus over here decides he's done. I mean, I guess he could solo this entire army. I mean, I don't know. Balance Power thinks he can, so I'm not entirely certain. I know he's like super buffed, but like, Jesus, is he gonna take out? Like, I don't know how much value this is, but there's a lot of fucking value. It's like a lot of shit. And a lot of his stuff just needs like one volley of a ranger and it's just routing again, so. This is the moment where you think like Balance of Power would kick in, right? But yet it ain't. Yeah, Phallus isn't scared, bro. He's not running from the smoke. He wants to catch every single fade, dude. Every single one. God, what is the plan? I would start like considering to get like some things to at least hurt the Malice though, because I will say Malice will totally dumpster this Lord. So if you're not careful as the dwarves, right, like there could be some fuckery where that happens, you know? Malice just kills everything. Because if he kills everything, dude, you know how long this fucking goddamn game is gonna be, dude? I'm gonna be more triggered than the other game, bro. You're gonna see me like just panting, bro. Panting in exasperation, begging the Phallus to die, bro. Which he's already taken like significant amount of damage. No, he hasn't. Let's see. Where's his little cap? Oh, it hasn't even showed up. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Turn the radio on. It's Friday night. Okay, I shouldn't do that because actually, I guess, if you do anything that like sounds like a copyrighted song, I guess it just fucking there's a chance the algorithm can just pick it up as like an actual copyrighted song, or more so like dickhead enforcers of copyright stuff will just automatically like, oh, he's using our thing. The algorithm like detected it, so therefore we will claim your video. Not like I really care at this point in the game, but like it's still obnoxious. Like I've had a couple videos like of mine claimed for random shit before, and I'm like a tiny ass channel, dude. Like just nothing. Ah, okay. Reverse hero hammer. I know, right? If this guy ends up soloing everything. Also, I'm really annoyed by this graphical glitch. Wow, it is still there. What day is it? Let me know if you guys can hear that guitar in the background. if you can, I actually can have my my family member turn it down because he can practice guitar whenever, and I'm only streaming every once in a while. Can you hear him, Black? If you can hear him and they're obnoxious. Yeah, we might go ahead and do that depending if there's another game. I'll hit up the chat. Yeah, I'll hit up the chat here and see if there's another game being played. If not, we will see the phallus. But for now, we're just gonna assume the phallus is doing stuff, and we're gonna put up the screen blocker because I know that's what you guys really want. Okay. Oh yeah. Nope. Can thank you. There we go. Right in the middle, and then I guess we'll just kind of put it right here. Yeah. Good. All right. Or maybe. God. Is the glitchiest. There we go. Okay, great. I'm gonna go tell. Well, after I check if we have any other games to play. If we don't have any other games to join, then I'll leave this slightly AFK for a second, and we will go ahead and get that guitar to go down a little bit. All right. All right. So. Yes, okay. I'm still gonna get it down because it is like a lot of noise. Like we have the background noise, we have the guitar. My audible senses are going crazy. So I'm gonna have him turn down just a wee bit, just so hopefully it just doesn't pick up on the mic. Until then, you can hear his beautiful strumming as I go down there and tell him to shut the fuck up. All right, and then enjoy also Phallus getting or obliterating an entire army. Or if, you know, they go off screen. Actually, I'm going to move it, like, way up here. There. Maybe you can see the phallus do stuff now. God, yeah, God. That graphical glitch is so obnoxious. I think it's, I'll definitely switch cameras next time. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get a set of headphones for practice, honestly. Okay, let's peek in on how the phallus is doing. Me and Pengu about to start, even more fun. Okay, I'm back. Okay, we'll see real quick. We'll just take the last little look at this game, okay? Malice is gonna eventually either kill everything off, right? Or just get wombo comboed by the Lord, but I really don't want to stick around to find out. And holy crap, this graphical glitch is going crazy, guys. Absolutely hog wild. Yes, goodbye. Okay. So. We are going to copy that. Go ahead and go to multiplayer lobbies. Join with code. Bam. Okay. Jesus. My little cough. Yeah, he's probably going to win with Malice, I would assume. But I don't care to stick around to find it. Shh, no one saw this. No one saw it. You just saw the butt. Did not see the army. Is this like new meta? My money is on Phallus in that one. I would agree. I think my money is on Phallus, actually. I think Phallus wins. Purely because, you're right, he hasn't popped Zarkan yet, you know? And he was putting in a lot of work. He wasn't suffering from army losses. I mean, he was just being a goat. Just being a real goat. And not the beastman kind, just an actual goat. Alright. So, seeing some, see some elf action as well here. Oh, this is a different time of day, isn't it? Or something. Same map, different time of day. Wait for the good old plaguey penguin. Did we just see the erection of the Phallus meta? I hate you, dude. John is stepping to the light of the high Azure. Okay, let's calm down, all Aryan race, high elf black over here, dude. This bastard. Alright. Alright, let's see. Ooh, gross. Imric. So we have Imric and 5 spearmen, along with 5 Lothern Sea Guard, gross, with the shields, and then just some regular archers. Top it off, we have the Fireborn, lovely, love this unit. I'm not an elf, a knife ear fan, but they have some pretty badass units, and I can't deny them that. We got some regrowth, we got some flesh to stone, and some abilities. Ooh, that's actually a pretty good ability. I don't really look at these guys. God, Book of Hoeth, insanity. Alright. So, we got the Franzi, slap the Franzia, as Italian would say, and Galmaraz, Reichland, Runefanged, Gross, and Stand Your Ground, so he's a buffy boy. We got the Silver Bullets, we got some mortars, ooh, some mortars for those archers. Only one archer though, so sadly, I guess, no, not one archer, there's a shit ton of Lothern Sea Guard. Demigryph Knights, ooh, Demigryph Knights, wow, okay, yep, bet. With the halberds, yep. 2 Empire Knights, and a glorious line of swordsmen with the Sons of Sigmar, and some spearmen in the back line, and 2 huntsmen. We're good to go. So, Empire are gonna have the initiative here. They're gonna be able to force the High Elves what to do. But, I've never seen that build before, such original High Elf creativity. Yes, very creative. We're going to see some mortars rain hell down upon archers, or at least the Lothern, I would assume, because they're going to be tougher to take down. Ooh, that was a gross volley under the spearmen. And are these ranked up at all? No, they're not. So that was just a good volley. As they approach, it's all going to be about the angles and the way that Imric is dealt with, and how the Franzi can slap him around, because straight up Imric will absolutely... Oh my god, these volleys are so accurate for like unupgraded mortars. So juicy. Essentially, Carlo Franz is just playing a little game here. I mean, he's trying to bait out some fire, I think. But the elves do have to continually move up. So it's actually a good tactic to kind of run you guys around here like this, right? Because if you're delaying them while you're firing at them, it's actually beautiful. Like when they stop to fire at you and you dodge, and then like you get some more mortar volleys off because of it. Very good plays. But the high elf guy, John FB, keeps moving along. Spearman running into Spearman of charge defense against all, no, just large. Okay. Attacking, charging enemies. Oh, interesting. Nope, wind bracing. So, yeah, like the Spearmen, I guess, have to engage because of the mortar, but still, I would just kind of sit there, to be honest, until you fire down upon that mortar, right? Empire Knights getting sent back. I guess they're not Reiksguard, but Demigryph Knights will do some damage to the Fireborn. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this trio of units is gonna be gross against the Fireborn. Like, this is not great. You're giving them flesh to stone, but they're retreating, so they're getting rear charged. Whoa. Gross. Emmerich going in, gooning the absolute hell out of the Jade Wizard. Can he rout him? More than likely not going to be enough damage to, like, actually kill him off for good. Unless that Jade Wizard just stays there. Oh, and then gets terrified. But, again, it's going to be hard to chase a terrified Jade Wizard down. Unless he gets stuck or something, right? So, Empire Knights coming in for that juicy hammer and anvil. Or at least trying to get into some of the Archer backline. Mage of Life running down up here himself for the High Elves, and obviously going to be hitting the Fireborn, who are super tanky right now because of some regrowth and Flesh to Stones cast on them, but they're also not dealing a ton of damage back, right? So really the middle's still contested, but the spears are trading like somewhat upwardly to the swordsmen, because swordsmen are just simple state troops, except for the Sons of Sigmar. Sigmar Sons, they're gonna do some good, juicy damage. Swordsmen running kind of, this is a little messy like engagement here. There's potential for some good hammer and anvil. But I mean, really, you would have to have both cav units up here to really pressure properly without getting shot from a bunch of different angles. Not like the Empire Knights care too much because they have a fuck ton of armor. Really armored, which is the nice thing about Empire Cav, right? Okay, so the Jade Wizard getting caught is a huge deal. If this guy actually gets completely wiped off the battlefield, huge net win for Imric. And the fact that the mortars are gone along with it as well. I think Franz really needed to jump the hell out of Imric. I do think getting these guys off is good as well, but you did lose a mortar and potentially a Jade Wizard, unless he comes back. If he comes back, it's not that huge of a deal, but if he routes off the field, it'd be gross. Rear charges, so the front line is kind of going back and forth, back and forth. It could really be either one, but it looks like with the support of one Empire Knight, the state troops might actually be able to prevail here. Imric is being just an absolute terror in the back line. That being said, his Fireborn are now dead and gone, dead and gone. And then Imric himself is taking a lot of damage and has not been getting healed. Where's the Mage of Life for the High Elves? Is it dead? It might be dead. If it's dead, that's huge. That's a really bad sign for the Imric boy. Oh, and the Jade Wizard comes back. He's gonna get targeted. Yeah, move that Jade Wizard, man. Move it. Nope, he's dead. Bam. Oh, he missed his attack. Oh, he gets terrified. Weird. Okay, so it's looking like Empire's gonna take this. Mostly because Franz plus Demigryphs will absolutely shred a unhealable Imric. You know, he with support, Imric would take probably both of those out with like sufficient cycle charging, but he's locked down on the ground. All the other mobile, you know, kind of elements of the High Elves are gone. Except a little. Wait, is that 1? Seriously? Oh, 11. Okay, it's just crossed out by a little bar. So 11 Dragon Princes left, but really, okay. And the concede. GG. That was a good fight. Very pitched back and forth, but I don't know when that Elf Mage of Life got just absolutely obliterated. But that was a huge deal. And the Fireborn just kind of charging in willy-nilly was not the greatest move, I would say, on the High Elf's part. Yeah, just you know, Imric's very good, but you have to sufficiently support and micro him in order for his terror to truly prevail here. Didn't realize John F. P was Black Smurf account. Okay, that's pretty funny too. Alright, so this was the semis, I believe? Yes. So I think that was a GG. Now we're on to the finales. We have a lot of shit. The army lost last second, but it was over. I would have won through time. I was cycle charging well with my lord. Okay, yeah. So I mean, that is also another thing with the phallus thing, the phallus game, is that if Cerberus just pinned Phallus down and just smacked him with his own dwarf donger lord over and over again in terms of cycle charging, because he has the infantry to actually pin Malice down in place, that could be a dub too. It just really depended on how like Zarkan's abilities came into play, and if the dwarf lord was low enough to where every time he charges in, Malice gets an attack and just chunks him down, right? So I really thought it could have been either way, in my opinion. Okay, I think we can just stay in here. I think we can just stay in here and wait for the reckoning to come. Any high health L is a W for the meta. You know what? It's a W for me personally, strat game, because death to the knife years, but you know, for the meta, yeah, it's just for the meta, yeah. It's good. Go down with the oppressors, the bourgeoisie. Ooh, I just subtracted blah blah blah. Okay. We'll sit in the lobby for the finale. All right. So I think the finals is going to be Legio and Blood Penguin. It's going to be an epic 3-game showdown minimum, and or maximum. I guess it's best of 3, not best of 5. So we shall see how it goes. What? Yes. Okay. Yeah, my preview is. All right, Strat. Have a good one, man. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your exploits as the alternative scrutinizer. All right. Let's see. Let's get this screen blocker up. Screen blocker USA. Why get a blocker anywhere else? Ding. Okay. Hold up. I think we have found something good here. Let's go with some Camry fried camel. Yes. It's a bone crunching good. Okay. Let's do it. It is going to be Bretonnia versus the Empire. No, I don't know if it's actually Bretonnia versus the Empire, but that'd be a hype first match. Human boys clash in the finale. Oh. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh yeah, clear my throat. Hear all that phlegm, the juicy phlegminess. It's Nurgle. It's taking my toll. The stream slowly corrupting my body and mind. Dude. If this is the matchup, I am interested to see it. I haven't seen it in a while. Just because I feel like there's a lot of other... God, what did, I think Arrow said Aerocrastic the other day said to me that there is about, I think, 500, approximately 500 something matchups in the game, potential matchups, including like mirror matches. So like in reality, to like actually memorize all these matches, it's uh it's insanity. You have to spend a lot of time. Like I think we said like it's not that much if somehow you could manage to learn each matchup poorly in 30 minutes. That would be like 400 hours or something. Or not 400 hours. Like, whatever it is. 500 hours, so blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it'd be like 200 hours, right? So, but I mean, we all are well aware that it takes much longer than that to learn each individual matchup. It's actually quite a long time and can take just be perpetual, like sometimes as the matchup changes and people learn different stuff about meta. So really, like, getting a grasp on this game in its entirety is just absolute bananas ridiculousness at this point. But I mean, if you have a set amount of factions, it's completely realistic to like, you know, learn those and learn a good amount of matchups of what they match into, right? It's just with the amount of opposing factions, it's quite a lot. I would say the people who've been playing since like game 1, 2 will definitely have an advantage because they already have baked in knowledge of like some of the matchups, you know. But if you started fresh from game 3, right, you have a lot of fucking work ahead of you, dude. Just a lot. Yeah, Kimry fried camel. I mean, I feel like camel, although it looks a bit gamey, you know, a little stringy, I feel like it'd be quite delicious. Not sure on that. Never tried camel, but just based on what a good old Setra the Colonel is cooking up over there, looks pretty delicious. Yes. Yeah, I'm recovering from a bit of a shoulder surgery here. I'm in the later stages, so I have a lot more mobility and strength. But it does get quite sore often, especially if I'm in the same position for a while. So I'm gonna give it a good old who's your father? Stretch it a bit. Camel's a wide open market. You can be first in. No, exactly. I think we're gonna be groundbreaking here. Make a right face. I think we're gonna bust into this new industry and just surprise everyone with our camel meat products. I think they won't see it coming. We'll be the new tycoons of camel fried uh, restaurants. Oh yeah. Oh, it's time. It's time, boys. It's ready to rumble. Okay, that was a little loud, my bad. I saw the sound spike on that one. Get this blocker out of my face. Okay. Loading in. See how we do. See what we do. How it do. That's how it do, Yugi. That's how it do. Milferati. Not mad about that. No, honestly, she is a MILF, dude. You know, like, I think they made her more of a MILF. She did. She, as foul as this is about to say, like, sound, she wasn't that much of a baddie when she first came out. And actually, like, a lot of people were kind of upsetty about it, mostly because the lore was like, oh, she's like one of the most tempting, seductive people of all time. And then, like, she just had this, like, big honking nose and just, like, kind of looked like, I don't know, it's very video game jankiness, right? It wasn't even like she was just like an ugly human. It was just like she just looked like just bad. Like, I don't know. People were raging, bro. It was really funny. It was really funny. Good times, good times. All right. So We have an absolute god tier build. Oh my god, I love it. Love it. So we have 2 manticores, and then for the rest of the single entities, we have, wow, 1 sorceress with beasts, that is, I guess just has the ability to give power recharge. And I would assume it's for the other one as well. So, I don't know, can you do copy abilities? Like, can you do the same ability in BBB rules? Just making sure. You know, I don't know the rules that well, but if someone else does, it would be lovely. Marathi has come with a lot of stuff. Heartrender the Dark Sword, lovely. Enchanting Beauty, you know, debatable in the first one. Greater Arcane Conduit. And let's see, Soul Stealer and Wand of Caradon. Excellent. And then, of course, the beautiful 5 Witch Elves, one being the Sisters of the Singing Doom. Just, oh, so glorious. Cold One Knights, each one bringing up the rear. It's going to be beautiful. There's like a 5 single entity core, too. Pretty solid. Okay, now we have Empire Knights. 3 of them and 2 Demigryph with halberds on both. A Jade Wizard with Earthblood and Regrowth and the Power Stones is very good for mana regen. Karl Franz with his same set of abilities as the last one, and a bunch of swordsmen. 3 being great swords, 2 being regular swords. And let's get in. Oh! Charge right off the bat, but retreats because of the juicy Cold One Dread Knights. Ooh, these are Cold One Dread Knights, these are regular Cold One Knights, okay. And, ooh, a recharge from the Empire Knights, but a Soul Stealer going down. Ooh, absolutely disgusting. Who will win this blob when a Soul Stealer is draining the hell out of everything? Karl Franz has come in, and I'm assuming he's popping all his buffs. Gross. Who can win the Death Blob? Will it be Mom Rathi, who's taking no damage? Karl Franz is taking a bit of damage. The Cav seems semi-healthy for the Empire, but I mean... Ooh, and the Dread Knights are off. Ooh, very good catch. Empire Knights running into the backfield, trying to catch those cold ones before they get anything. The charge getting slightly stooped by those good old trees there. The Demigryph Knights also coming for a flank, I think, to smash into the Cold One Knights. Empire Knight play has been gorgeous here. Even with the Soul Stealer, they have been probably helped out by the Jade Wizard. I think the Jade Wizard actually was on Karl Franz, because Soul Stealer does a good amount to those single entities as well. And a good old Manticore has popped in, but is losing to the blob of Empire, just cavalry menaces. The Witch Elves were absolutely destroying this front line, but the Cav engagement is going so horribly for the Dark Elves. It is actually absurd. Another Soul Stealer would be absolutely nasty, and I think that's where, yep, you need to pull all this shit out now, though. Now. Oh, no. Okay, they're going to take a lot of damage, and that's a lot of value. And Mom Rathi is going to heal her ass all the way up to full. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know about up to full, but she's going to go pretty damn high. And the Cav blob is looking like it's prevailing. Jade Wizard, big chillin', just popping spells when need be. Karl able to deliver those buffs, because, I mean, really it's just one thing. And honestly, it's looking Empire favored. I mean, I really want to say, like, the Empire got this. Mom Rathi tried her best to just absolutely cheese the living hell out of these knights, but they were too strong. The faith in the Empire has prevailed. And Mom Rathi and her evil schemes look like they're not going to come into fruition this day. Although I will say she's still pretty healthy. She has anti-large, and Car Franz, yes, is an actual locomotive Franz here. Will be getting into close-up combat with her to throw in the dukes. Be careful, he might get raged or enraged. Yep, he is enraged. So if Mom Rathi can absolutely capitalize on this, okay, Soul Stealer, the wand coming down on these guys, dealing some damage. But, ooh, Karl getting absolutely dunked on by the mom. Ooh, his animation kind of saves him, though, a little bit. And then the charges, I think they're able to seal the deal. I think the Cav play was just too immaculate, and there wasn't enough to really stop it. Even all the soul stealers in the world couldn't stop that shit. And I think the rear charge here is going to send the witch elves screaming back to their cult cities. Empire really did the reach around the witch elves. They really did. I mean, we thought that the witch elves would be given the reach around. You feel me? But no, they got the reach around, reverse reach around on them, and it was hideous. Yeah, God, that value though. Ugh. Marathi's so cheap too. Like, look at this shit. Ugh, gross. Carl though, putting in work. All his cav, putting in absolutely work. The cavalry of the Empire just came through like no cav has before. Holy shit. Now that was a spicy spaghetti. The Witch Elves did their job right, but really it came down to that fight, and the Soul Stealers just were not enough to contend with the slapping of the Franzia and the cycle charging of the Cav. GG to both players. And honestly, you know, I think you had to keep both of the Dread Knights, or both of the Knights on one side here and just try to pray and cycle charge and do all this other stuff to try to deal with his blob. But I think it was hard because this was quite a meme, beautiful build. I love the build, but it is quite memey. Well, maybe it's not, but in my eyes it is, because I just don't think... I think you'd go cheaper, and, you know, I don't think you need to win the infantry fight here. I think you do want to focus more on the mobility fight. I'm personally, I always like trying to win the mobility fight, unless it's like certain matchups, right? But when in doubt, try to get the mobility and control of the battlefield is what I always say. Because that will lead to more victories than I think a lot of people realize. I'm sniffling over here. I need to blow my nose. I'll be right back. Oh yes, I have returned. Alrighty. So, what are we excited to see here? What are we thinking? Let's find out the match. The matches of the gods. Alright. Oh boy, oh me oh my oh. Yes, yes. Let the hate, let the blood flow. But I mean, I appreciate this build. I do also like Mom Rathi, the MILF Rathi. But, I think if you are gonna go her, right, I guess I guess the Manticores didn't carry as much weight as you would hope. Like, I think you really want the Manticores to just goon the hell out of Carl. And if they're not doing that, then there's kind of a problem, because they're not really going to do much else. I mean, they, with their non-AP, pretty much, like, the Empire Knights just ignored them. It was, like, kind of sad. I was like, oh, no. Okay, High Elves into Bretonnia? Probably not Bretonnia. Oh, Bretonnia, it looks like. Okay. So, the knife is versus the lady worship is. All right, we're back. Oh yeah, are they gonna? Hopefully they change the map. Right. Let's see. What is the map of the of the things here, let's see. I don't see where the maps are posted. I don't know where they are. Okay, there we go. Semifinals. Wait, no, they didn't go to the third map? Or wait. Did they stay on the same map? I think they did. Oh well. Fuck it. Fuck it. We're doing it live. Fuck it. Alright. Let's go, boys. Seeing some high elves. And some good old Brits. The French. Or is this a different one? This looks like a different map, actually. This is a different map, yes. Good. Good. Good old waterfall. Oh, yep. There we go. It's starting. We're seeing armies. Yes. Excellent. Alright, let's do the armies before these fuckers start, because they like to go quick. Fast as fuck, boy. Alright, we have with the Imric, the classic Imric stuff. I mean, he's just gross. Has a very good set of abilities, and is a absolute chungus. Now we have the Mage of Life not on a horse. That is a on-foot Mage of Life. Book of Hoeth, Sword Staff, Classic Regrowth, and Earthblood. Got the Fireborn. So this looks exactly like the same build that John FB did, dude. The exact one. I'm pretty sure this is like either Black's build or some kind of community build, or this is just Legio being a troll. Not sure which. For the lady followers and the Plague Penguin here. Alberic, doing Wrath of Manan. Classic. Let's see where his mage is. There we go. Earthblood, Regrowth, and Power Stone. Epic. The Reliquary, nice. And we have 1, 2, 3 Pox Arrow. 2 Pox Arrows, 1 regular Bowman. 2 Knights of the Realm. 3 Knights of the Realm and a Grill Guardian. And then a bunch of Men-at-Arms shit. Let's see, yes. Men-at-Arms. 2 Foot Squires. Very nice. I don't know why they're given the, like, great... Oh, yeah, they are. Well, I was mistaking them with Battle Pilgrims. Yeah, so those are the AP ones. And then some Peasants. Yeah, classic. Nice. So really... There is one issue with this build, right? Is that you're heavily outclassed when it comes to mobility. But, essentially, other than that, you really, it's really not that bad for the High Elves if they can route off all their stuff with Imric and focus fire the necessary components in order to win. But we'll see if the Bretonnian opposition can do anything to stop them. Alright. We have Imric feigning in and out, Alberic being like, yeah, I'm gonna charge you, psych bitch, you're ginormous, I'm not charging you. Fireborn kind of positioning in the backfield a little bit, kind of feigning commitment to either side here. Some archer play is being thrown down with the 165 of the, I guess they're very similar, 160 for the Peasant Bowman. And, I guess a fake charge from the Grail Guardians as well, as Imric scares them off. And this is the thing about Imric, you have to be very, like, use him as a crowd control until you go dive something, and then once you dive something, you really want to hope that, that he just murks them immediately. Because he's a gold sink, dude. He's like 3k just off rip, basically. The lags are killing me a bit too. Peasant mob getting just roasted, but I mean, honestly, any arrow fire that happens in the peasant mob's kind of worth it. I mean, like, Like, good job. You're soaking up arrows, you know? Like, that's one volley that's not going into something important. So, you've served your purpose well. Okay, Albrecht has actually... No, he is not engaged, but some of the Grail Guardians have, and some of the Knights of the Realm are rear charging and doing gross stuff to the Spearmen. Imric is getting in to throw his 2 cents at those French traitors. And some Grail Guardians are going... Wait, is there 2 Grail Guardians? And I'm just blind? Okay, there was 2 Grail Guardians and 2 Knights of the Realm then. Albrecht took a lot of damage from Imric, fleeing the scene. And now the mobility, the extra mobility of the Bretonnians should come into play, where these two can wrap around, get rear charges, get charges into the Lothern Sea Guard. You're going to have to get some value out of that while you can, before Imric and company probably break this flank, unless Albrecht can really contest it. But he's really not doing much. Oh my god, that charge didn't do jack shit. Just fucking... Oh god, Imric just turned around and beat his ass, dude. Oh no. Oh no. That's the thing in blob fights, like, you're never exactly guaranteed to get your attacks off, because there's just so many entities around. It's hard for the game to, like, register sometimes, and also sometimes you just miss. So it can be booty. Imric's taken some beating, but he just has a lot of HP, man. Albrecht's, like, at 3,000 HP, and he's, like a quarter down. Yeah, ooh, a little spooky. Definitely gonna need those arrows shooting in at Imric when you can. Move those Grail Guardians away. Because Grail Guardians aren't really gonna do anything against Imric. Let's be real here. High Elf infantry is holding very good against the good old Bretonnias. The Foot Squires coming in should do some work against... Ooh, Sylvan Guard? Let's see, so the Spearman... Sylvan Guard... Okay, so there's actually a little bit of elite infantry, not elite, but mid-tier infantry for the High Elves in there. Keeping the peasantry at bay for sure. I just don't think the extra horsemen here are going to get their value. And the Fireborn really haven't been dealt with. Imric hasn't been dealt with. And these two will definitely clean up shop when it comes to most of the cav here, right? Even like the Knights of the Realm, like charging into these... Ooh, God, that was a juicy fucking charge. Right in the rear. If you can get a lot of rear charges like that, or side charges down the middle, you might be able to start cleaning up shop with the cav. But you also have to spare some to keep Imric busy, so it's really a race against time here. Can you crumble the High Elf line at all, period? And can you do it in time to where Imric hasn't totally, like, obliterated the rest of your mobile tools? And Albrecht's just kind of bing chillin', and Imric is chowing down on everything he sees. A good old peasantry. These guys need to move up and start shooting Imric. I would get these guys up immediately, or just, yeah, start firing in the Lothern, because I guess they're still shooting at him. And this cav unit might want to get away, but it's really too weak to do a lot. Like, it could rout this off. But I think the rest of the High Elf army is just too healthy. Like, this is no surprise, right? Imric being a god is no surprise. The issue is that the rest of the army was not dealt with. So, now that this is a problem, I really don't see the Bretonnians winning. I just don't see it happening. I think it's going to be a rough ride, man. A long, arduous road to form some victory. Wow, that was weird. Did you see that shit? This guy was charging, missed his charge, got hit by Imric anyway. Imric just sliced him on the way as he flew down. That was kind of badass, actually. But very unfortunate for Albrecht, and see this going to get dunked on by Imric, because it's going to be sad. And also that Mage of Life really needs to get the hell out of there. Should not be next to the Dragon Lord. The Daemon Targaryen over here. Fucking actual menace. Yeah, a lot of stuff's going on, a lot of things, the Spearman, Southern Guard. I don't know, dude. There's some pockets where Bretonnia's, like, doing well, but it's really kind of few and far in between, so... If he could get on this Life Caster also, would be great, because I don't think he's even had to use Lore Life on Imric at all. Like, literally, Imric's just been a Chad about it. And these guys are pretty healthy. I don't think the combo of these guys can take him out. it's just looking like the tools were not there. And even if they were, they just needed to be... I think you needed to ignore Emmerich more and go after the army as much as possible. Because I don't think your base army could just walk up to the High Elf line and win, unfortunately. But Emmerich the Chad continue fighting. With a good angle. Lance formation! And he flies away like a coward. And then he ran away. No, he didn't. Okay. Yeah, just I don't know. We're just grinding out. Like I think the Fireborn might die. Honestly, like I just don't see Albrecht being able to, unless Albrecht gets healed, and you also need to move this life. All this life casters on foot. Why? Maybe I'm old school or something, but I really like having them on horseback so they can actually like attempt to run away from stuff like that. Because even if you're running in a straight line, it's hard for like dragons and stuff to like really get a continual like attack animation off. Like if you're zigzagging and running away from them on horseback, it can be very difficult. Ooh, fire! Oh my god, he roasted Albrecht. Just absolute annihilation. Actual death. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of lost for words because we're waiting for the boy to clean up shop. Because I just don't think nothing can deal with him. Nothing. It's over. It's over, Bretonia. Admit it. Just roll over and die. Like the calves dead. Look at all the spearmen infantry. Like, he's not even bringing it over because he just knows. He knows that Emmerich will save him. And now he's getting healed. Yep, gross. Yeah, this is just, Nah, you know, I mean, I think there's a chance for some victory in there. I don't think that build was unwinnable, right? But I think you really did have to actually actively ignore Emmerich and then just space him out with Alberic and, like, maybe one Grail Guardian and send the other three Cav, to aid with the rest of the army. Because, I mean, you just needed that army dead so you could send other stuff to help kill the Emmerich. GG, though, by both players, of course. Very well-fought game. But Emmerich's just a Chad, dude. And you gotta respect the Chad. If you don't respect the Chad, you get slapped in the... I couldn't find a rhyme that weren't... a rhyme with Chad. You get slapped like a dad? I don't know. Does everyone get slapped by their dad? I'm not sure. Let's see. Or is that just me? Alright, can we fried chickens up? Get slapped real bad? Yeah, okay, there we go. That's a good one. Gonad. You get hit in the gonads if you don't respect the Chad. Okay. Is it Blake better be going High Elves? Dude, we've gotten way too much High Elves, okay? Black, I think you should be satisfied, and I think we should switch over to the green skin era, okay? I think it's time for some orcs. I think it is time for a whole new era. Tweaking into a whole new era. Some lizards or OGs would be nice. Yeah, I like some lizards. I like some more like exotic factions. Maybe some Skaven up in here. There's been a lot of humanoids, you know. It's like been a shit ton of humanoids. It's like Not a lot of the more creepy, crawly factions, which I'm a fan of, you know? I like the weird and the bizarre. I guess Nurgle's kind of bizarre and weird. Hell, even the Beast of Nurgle was brought, which is like one of the weirdest looking units in the whole game. But that game was like anything but exotic. Jesus Christ, that thing took forever. Alright, what does chat think? Are we sticking with the fried camel, or do we want to switch up the blocker? How are we feeling? If only war lions weren't ass. Yeah, war lions are cool, dude. I will say, you know? Like, they're pretty dope. And honestly, some of the monsters for high elves are just badass in general. I would agree. Alright, we're keeping the fried camel. Yep. It is the last blocker of the day. Because potentially we, at maximum, we have 2 more games. At a minimum, we have 1. Okay, I'm gonna stop, like, hovering a bunch over the units. Just making that noise. So I guess they're deciding matchups right now, because nobody's switched. Let's see what, if the Discord has anything to say. Go up to this. How does tiebreaker work? You said my opponent lags. I didn't even go to do not tolerate. I did not tolerate the malice. Unfortunately, I was willing to put up with the lag. Did not enjoy it, but you know. Okay. Let's see. Boom, boom. We're trying to figure out how the tiebreaker works. Is there like a separate tiebreaker? Well, doesn't it keep switching back for pick 3, the pick 3 ban 3 system? Isn't it just whoever is top bracket kind of like gets their dick sucked a little bit? Because they just get the two of the, or whoever, I don't know how the system favors people, to be honest. I'm not sure, but I know that it's uneven in like odd amount of games or whatever, because you don't get the same exact like picking system, because one player like bans 3, then the other player you know, bans one of those 3 and then picks their faction, and then you pick one of the other 2 or something. Some nonsense like this. So I think winner gets to be player 1. Winner of the most recent one? Because, well, I guess well, they've only played 1 game, right? Am I wrong, or am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Yeah, I don't know, dude. Again, not a rules aficionado. Not the sharpest tool in the shed here. Working with some you know, ancient post-apocalyptic tools up in my noggin. Ooh, all around will be, and then taka. Yeah. I don't know. Once I figure it out, I'm sure all will be well in the world. I'm sure everything will be just right. They've played 2. Empire vs. Dark Elves and Bretonnia vs. High Elves. Okay, great. So, yeah, then, Then what is the deal? Just do it. Do it for me. Do it, please. You come to me on the day of my Total War stream, and you ask me to kill a man. Please. Okay, it looks like Legio's going Dawi. And Plague Penguin was going Dark Elves. Okay, so we've seen this matchup before today. I recognize it. The Phallus lost to Legio in this one before. Can Plague Penguin right the wrongs? Will he mark himself in the Book of Grudges as defeating the dwarves, or just be another blood stain on a battle axe that no one will remember? You know, I'm not crazy pleased that it's a similar matchup we've seen earlier, but I like the builds. Or at least one of them. The other one seems oddly, well, familiar. Ooh. Oh, yeah. It's time. Are we ready for the finale, boys? It's time. Getting pumped, getting jazzed. Got my little jazz hands going. Got the tingly and the jingle berries here. Ooh, we're seeing the scheme change. It's usually a sign of readiness. If I were to ever know one. Yes. Well, I don't know how either of these players are going to lose, simply because they have 0 spend builds. It's impossible. It must be a tie. Simply just not possible otherwise. The gods have written it so, and then we'll have to play another one. Alright. Woo! Show's on the road. Let's do it, lads. Oh, no, that was the wrong button to press. There we go. Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, yeah. We got a very similar build from Legio, and we have a Malekith build on Seraphon, being an actual bastard. But it will be something different from Phallus, so I'm pleased. Gojira happy. Gojira like when stuff is different. Need to itch my ear real quick. You know, you ever itch your ear when it's like real itchy and you have to like wiggle your finger back and forth and you just feel like a dog like scratching their head with their little leg that like kicks at like 1,000 miles per hour. That's how I felt right then. That was me. This is me. How did I wind up here? Well, let me tell you. Alright, so I'm really not going to go over the build too in depth of Legio, because we've seen it before. We have the Flame Cannon, we have the Goblobber, we have 1 Giant Slayer, a whole host of Dwarven Warriors, and Longbeard with great weapons, accompanied by 5 Rangers, and then a very bland Vanilla Lord. For the Dark Elves, we have Malekith with a classic Gaze of Malice, Soul Stealer, and let's see, just the Noxious Breath ability on his Seraphon mount. Dark Riders with shields as harassers. We have the Crows of Cain again. Or no, not the Crows of Cain. Yeah, the Crows of Cain, yes. And they have the Crow Feast. Yes, that's what I was thinking of. The Crow Feet. And Harpies, regular as well. We got 1 Reaper Bolt Thrower for some kind of counter skirmish. I likey. 2, 3, 4 Dark Shards with shields. Classic. And some Black Orc Black Orc. I wish they were Black Orcs. Black Arc Corsairs in the back line here. Yep, and that's all she wrote, folks. Usually these I never had a dog ever. You did once, Trevor, like briefly. Yeah, I know your lies. I've known you too long, bastard. All right. Let's see. Where oh yeah, I guess these guys do have Vanguard deployment. Good old Rangers, dude. Very good. Very versatile dwarf unit, yes. Malekith doing Malekith things, awaiting the soul-stealing blob that he will make soon. Alright. Bleak Swords approaching. You dare approach me, Jojo. Goblobber chucking it up. Oh yeah, straight into the Bolt Fiend, bro. Straight into the RORs, baby. You know what RORs are? Target practice. That's what they are to dwarves. Alright, Crows of Cain coming in, the Harpies coming in. They actually taken some damage from the Flame Cannon. It's kind of hilarious, considering how mobile they are. Flame Cannon has done way too much work for how like slow it is. Ooh, Rangers getting feasted upon with the Crows of Cain. This is a pretty good pick early. This is pretty gross. I would definitely recommend one, moving these guys forward to try to keep feasting upon the Rangers and not the Dwarf Warriors. But also, this is a potentially really good pick. God, all of his Rangers are just like way out of position right now. These guys need to move up, move back, move back. This needs to move back because once those Black Arcs get in there, they're done. Oh, what was that? He just fire blasted his own dudes. Oh. Jesus Christ, that was horrible. Flame Cannon, epic unit. Okay, Dark Shards coming in here, gonna lay down some heat. A lot of the Rangers getting caught up, but most of them retreating to safety, even though Dwarf Warriors will get beat down by those Black Arc Corsairs that are moving in. I wouldn't say it's gonna take over. I hope it gets popular because I think it's very convenient. But you know, well, the only time will tell that. That's not my goal. I want to more assimilate with communities than like, I don't know. That's not. I don't think that could even happen. You know, I don't want that to happen. So we have some Dark Shards coming in. Dwarf Warriors getting kind of inundated with the Harpies need to actually move because their goal is to get to the Rangers. Malekith being a menace, jumping in to the Dwarf Warriors, but this front line is going to crumble absolutely to the Dark Elf hordes, even though the poor Bolt Fiends are getting absolutely destroyed by the Goblobber and stuff. But the back line shenanigans have been absolutely wiped out. Dark Riders just nuked. Oh, there's one Dark Rider here. Okay, so he can still kind of get around, and if the dwarves aren't paying attention, he can totally snap the artillery in twain if there's Dark Riders get a good charge. Same with the Crows of Cain. They can definitely hop on these guys and compromise them, because really, like, the dwarves out of positioning early in this game really kind of fucked them up. And now, ooh, the crossfire on the dwarves. Dwarf Warriors getting shredded, man. Absolutely toasted. Toasted the mosted, as they are just getting dunked on. They will eventually catch these guys, but again, you can just run these guys back. Maybe even fire the Reaper Bolt Throwers at them. I mean, I guess you're focusing on Flame Cannons. But I'll just try to route these guys right off. Okay, dwarves actually securing themselves in this side. They shift a lot of their infantry this way, and the dark elves were too busy focusing down this side. If the dwarves can retake kind of the initiative here, I think they'll be in a good spot. It's just you've done very little damage to Malekith, and a lot of your ranged options are like pretty compromised, and they're also non-AP. So like they really are kind of in a sticky situation when it comes to dealing with the old Malekith here. Quick fix for MP would be remove Dolly from the game. Yeah, I think that's agreed. I think we need the Dobby count. No, I think there's actually a dwarf-only tournament happening. I don't know why Houseplant would do that to somebody, but I don't know who's going to watch that. But I guess playing it could be kind of interesting. The dwarf off, dude. I love the art he did for it. It was like only fans, but they just replaced it with only dwarfs, and like Felix and Gotrek like centrally hugging each other is actually pretty hilarious. Yeah, like, let's see. So, if the Dark Shards can capitalize and just start raining hell upon the rest of this Dwarven army, it's going to be a problem. The Corsairs will beat out the Warriors, but they won't beat out these, like, Longbeards. Well, actually, depleted Longbeards, yes. Regular Longbeards, probably not. Longbeards are just goated. Malekith coming in. I'm gonna do a juicy fire breath. Ooh, gross Longbeards. And then he's probably gonna charge them. Except they are immune to psychology, so they can't terror route. But yep, a lot of the dwarves getting routed off here. They still have some strong options here. And again, the Dark Riders got roasted. They got caught and isolated and destroyed. So that's not great for trying to compromise these artillery pieces, and more so clean up all these rangers and crap. Hopefully the crows can do it, because essentially the only thing that's going to stop Malekith really is the crossfire from rangers and stuff. But damn, I really think these Dark Shards are too healthy. I think they can take out the Longbeards once you eliminate the rest of the threats to them, if you can eliminate the rangers. But they're kind of diced out all over the battlefield. These guys really just need to walk up into the Rangers and they'll start roasting them because they do have shields. Rangers non-AP, so yeah. Soul Stealer, dealing some good damage. Sadly not even healing Malekith though. I almost would want him to save that, but I guess you don't want to hit like army losses and then randomly that, but I don't think he would. I want to host a pike and shot tourney, Empire only, with the 3 units sold, that being Halberd, Militia, and Handgunners. What the fuck? That sounds horrible, but that sounds interesting. So I actually, it would be entertaining to see. I'd like it. I'd participate. Okay, Malekith isolated the Lord. If he gets the Lord, it's done. 100%. If he gets the Lord, it's done. And I know the Lord's like kind of tanky because he's all like 60 melee defense, I'm a dwarf guy, but Malekith is an absolute monster, so I really don't see it going in his favor, and there's nothing in here to stop Malekith from just beating his ass continually. So I'm going to call it for the Dark Elves. I think the Dark Elves are winning this. 100%. I might be proven wrong here in a little bit, but I really don't think they can take down Malekith, which is the crux of the issue. And then additionally, on top of that, they still have a lot of Dark Shards to contend with that can totally whittle down these Longbeards into nothingness. So I think it's over. I think it would truly be a rock, paper, scissors play. Dude, I think the game's already rock, paper, scissors. Like, it'd be definitely even more rock, paper, scissors in that situation. But, like, Jesus Christ, like, this game is very, like, you have to figure out a build and then figure out all the counters to it, and then you build in stuff that is counters to your counters. So it's literally just playing, like, super complex of mini, like, rock, paper, scissors in every aspect, like, in the build aspect and in the micro and, like, gameplay aspect as well. It's really just about getting favorable engagements, knowing when they're not, knowing when you can retreat, when you can't retreat, etc., etc. It's all about just decisions, you know? And, yep, that's game. Malekith being a Chad, as per usual. Absolute unit. 15, not impressive damage here, but I mean, he did his purpose and stayed alive. I really think the difference here was just like the Dark Shard play, like really, and also the Ranger play. Like the Rangers getting caught out at the beginning like that mitigated so much of their value that potentially could be used. Um, Not to mention the builds from the Dark Elves, I think were a lot more solid in this one. Black Arcs are doing work just because they're armored, and Dark Shards are nice because they're shielded, so you get the miss block chance against already like Rangers who don't have AP and aren't going to be dealing a shit ton of damage. So you're really countering the fuck out of them if you can get in range. And Flame Cannon roasted their own units. It was so funny. GG, epic finale. You know, not quite as climactic, but still pretty entertaining, I would say. So GG, boys. Thanks for having me on as the little host of this tourney. And hope to catch you soon. I think Dov is going to be streaming our event tomorrow. So me and Umais are hosting the Capture Point tourney. Dov will be streaming either the finals or maybe some opening Swiss matches as well. But that's the plan. Thanks to BBB Umbrella for hosting the event and the BBB clan in general. And yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll catch you on the next cast or video or whatever the hell I'm up to. And peace out, dog. See you.